Alright, hey there internets. We're going to open a box of Scourge War World of Warcraft cards. So this is Steve on YouTube. And let's get started. Not the best nails, but let's see what we got. There's 24 packs. This is before they switched to the 36 pack format. Just move the little mouse out of the way. Alright. First pack. I don't remember what the good commons and commons were, but we'll check it out. So this guy, on your turn, just try another ally, destroy target equipment, seems average. I guess most commons, unless they're memorable, will seem pretty average. Like this one's a pretty good one. The Boon of Adal. On your opponent's turn, you draw 3 cards if you pay 7. A lot of control decks used to play that. We could just put that here, I guess. Where can you see it? Here? Yeah, here. Okay. And then Frost Ward, not a great one. Ravage, Frost Drone, Kyla, Fell Fury, nothing great. A little uncommon pal. Oh. That's an interesting one. Oh, here's a mythic. Bakhra the Wind Watcher. Each shaman you control exhausts for the first time, you may ready it. That's pretty awesome. I'm not sure if I opened packs of this before, but whatever, we'll continue. So here's the rare value. Value. Can you fully see that? It's a little dark there. I guess I can move some of these out. Put this here. Here. Slightly better, right? Alright, there we go. Of course, we'll just toss the commons here on the side for now. Except the quote-unquote good ones. This guy's a long range, 1/1 for 1, kind of generic ability. She taps, deals 3 damage to each hero and ally. That's, she'll just get attacked anyways, right? This guy, some Frost card, another Boon, on an opponent's turn, pay 2, draw a card. I think these were all like, they escalated kind of. Then there's another one, you pay 5 to draw 2, or 4 to draw 2. Draw a card, you pay 1 less to complete quest this turn. Yeah, sure. How many quests would you be completing anyways per turn? That's a pretty disgusting little picture. Embolism, discard X cards, where X is the cost of a non-hero priest or rogue you control. Oh yeah, they had those hybrid, like rogue priest thingies. So yeah. Arcane Essence. Exhaust all resources you control, draw 2 cards. So turn 2 you could draw a couple of cards. Seems pretty legit. Your pets get +2/+2. All things in good time, you draw 3 cards, which you have to pay 8, or discard an ability, ally, and equipment. That's kind of hard to do. You have one of these guys, and then the rare is Gale Winds. Abilities you control can be exhausted as though they were resources. Sweet, kind of ramp, and it costs itself. It counts itself, which is kind of nice. Desperate Condemnation. It deals 5 to target ally for 1 if you took too much damage. Sure. Mark of Life. I remember that's like one of the better ones. Um, let's see, just pause for a second. Attach to target ally. Right. Yeah, Mark of Life seems like it would do good work. Just a second. Alright, just had to check something with the mic there. Yeah, so more uncommons, put them in a little pile here. Then you get your so commons. I think most commons, as usual, are like kind of unexciting. That tend to happen a lot with a lot of the non-magic TCGs. Chest guard, this guy, hex, sure, that's the same boon, divert, that's another one of those boons, pierce, attach to target ally, deals 2 damage, sure. Your hero heals all damage from allies you control. That's kind of sweet for a common, actually. Paint of Blood, destroy target equipment, and then something happens. Paint Bomb, I think that's actually the minor loot for this. Put up to 3 target pets with different names from your graveyard to your hand. That's a sweet uncommon too. Protector, your totems get a boost. Sure. Yeah, seems legit. And then this guy is Turov the Risen. And remove a Scourge ally in your graveyard from the game. It deals 2 damage to target exhausted ally. I mean, it's an easy flip, right? It doesn't even cost resources. And then there's this Chili Slobberknocker. It sounds like a hockey player name. As this weapon enters play, name 2 damage types. Okay, so boosts and lessens some of your damage. If the first type, that much damage. If the second type would be dealt that much -1. That's kind of interesting. First time with damage would be dealt that much. Yeah, that, if you can kind of build a deck around this pretty easily. Like, I mean, you know, your allies have to, like, say, all do fire damage. Those guys are mostly like frost, I guess. You can kind of metagame it. It's still kind of tricky, right? Because you really have to be strict with what you're packing in your deck. So here there's more of the same. We can like kind of skip. Oh, yeah, this one. No, I thought it was something else. Cynthia Masters. That's like Ken's wife from Street Fighter. Ha ha ha. This ally deals damage, blah blah blah. Pouch, you get to discard. Embrace the Nether, remove target card from the game. What? You discard a card to remove a card of the same type. That's pretty sweet for a common too. Ice Shrieker's Touch. Your hero's face down, deals 1 damage to your opponent character. What? When your hero turns face down. Oh, when he turns face down, not when he is face down. When opponent, that's some Shaman Hate, Payment of Blood, Primal Taming. So, attached card has minus attack, so you like kind of pseudo pacify a bigger creature. Oh yeah, that card's not useful. And she does remove a druid in your graveyard. If she is dealt combat damage, she deals to the source of that damage. Yeah. Oh yeah, this guy's pretty cool. Yeah, definitely. Ashmar, Frost of Herald. I think it was a staple for like a lot of the aggro decks. I mean, your hero just basically has a weapon when he's in play, right? You like attacking for 2 the turn you drop him. He's probably the best or one of the best rares in this World of Warcraft set. We're still trying to get a loot. We're still early in the packs, but I think you're like kind of guaranteed a loot You can just kind of skip again. That's abominable. Just draw 2 cards, and if you have 3 or more cards, discard 2 cards. So, you know, like, you get to draw 2 cards at the later stages of the game for 3 mana. That's kind of sweet. Or just cycle cards. You probably don't want to definitely be doing that, but if you have some reanimation or graveyard effects, that can be a thing. Spirit Totem. There's always just like one more uncommon, I guess, in these packs. Frostbound Chain Bracers. So you may pay 2 less to strike with weapons this turn if it death rattles. When you strike with a weapon, your hero may do 1 frost damage to target hero or ally. So it's like an extra little oomph. You know, like it's a good little armor. Well, I've seen way better. It seems like a cute card more than like a powerful one. But then, like in the early stages of the game, there was a lot of like 1 toughness. Or I guess you'd call them like 1 life creatures. And damage stays in this game, so even though you're just dealing 1 damage, it's still like very relevant. Here we have more comments. The last line of defense. Destroy a resource you control to complete this quest. Draw a card. Yeah, I think that's a decent one. Here's Tyrion's Gambit. Reveal the top 3 cards. Put a revealed unique card in your hand and the rest at the bottom. Cost 1. I think it's a pretty sweet little quest. It's not very hard to complete. Exhaust all resource you control the card. That was the uncommon we saw before. Here's another uncommon. Spiritual Awakening. Remove all but 14 damage from your hero. I think I've broken one of these boxes before because these cards seem very familiar. But whatever, we'll continue and we'll kind of like fast forward through some of them then. I guess we'll just kind of check what the rares are at this point because the commons are like repetitive. Oh, Boon of Alexstrasza is the other one I was talking about. So pay 4, draw 2 cards, but in your opponent's turn, right? Still pretty good. I think that was the one that was played the most because it's in between the expensive one and the average, the kind of bad one. There's a unique, what does this do? Remove a and give untargetable to something, sure. I don't know if we saw this one last time, but on your turn, turn a resource face down. Target ally has +5 attack this turn. That's pretty good. Once per turn. So you turn quests face down if you're not completing them. Why not? Why not indeed? There's more commons. So we just jump to the uncommon. Hulking Abomination. Remove an unlimited and it heals all damage from itself. That's a great little blocker. Cost mana, but whatever. Spell Fury kind of like does a mini board wipe every turn. It just deals 1 to everything, basically. Close quarter combat. Each player destroys resources he controls until he only has 3. Yuck. I don't want to play that ever. That's like a really annoying card. It does not seem fun. So we'll just get rid of the rest of the packs, free up some space. Well, you don't see the space, but I'm freeing it up for myself. What are the other rares? Blah blah blah. Oh, we'll just put this on the side anyways. Then we get some uncommons. And this is, so this kind of like, it's a good little weapon, I guess. Death Rattle, exhaust target hero ally. And the other Death Rattle is ready target hero ally. Yeah, Death Rattle is cool because I think it also applied if the card went from anywhere, like also from your deck, but I'd have to double check that. But that's probably what made it more playable. It seems like a really average weapon, especially like a rogue using a mace. Sure, it costs 1, but it's like freaking 3 to attack with. It's kind of a little pricey there. Oh, there's a loot. It's a crappy loot. I just saw it. Yeah. Here's the other uncommons. And we have a paint bomb. Not sure if that's, you know, a win there, but sure. Paint bomb, everyone. And here's a rare Flare of the Heavens. At the start of the turn, you may look at the top card in the opponent's deck. You may put it in the graveyard. Start of the turn, you may look at the top card of your deck. You may put it in the graveyard. I like this for Mage. You're just kind of like pseudo Sensei's Divining Topping, if people know what that is from Magic. Always just kind of looking at your top card and messing around with it. I don't really like it for the Hunter effect. I don't feel Hunter needs that. Opposing allies with resistance get less health. Alright. We'll just sort out these commons later on, or just toss them. A little tired. Oh, attach a target hero. And the hero has assault 3 and then 3. Summon is healing. So every turn you'll be healing for 3, and when you're only when you're attacking you're getting the plus 3 attack bonus, which is fine. 19 cards per pack, eh? I'm getting all that value. And just interesting. I keep feeling like I've seen all of these before. And here are more uncommon in this pile. Oh, this guy looks different because he's a rare. So he has long range for a 4/6 for 6. At the start of your turn, you may look at the top card of target player's deck. You may put it in the graveyard. Sure. That's really sweet. And Death Rattle. Each player reveals the top card of his deck. You may put any number of those cards into the owner's graveyard. Continuation of his good old ability. So far, I've not been impressed with a lot of these rares. Except for the Assault guy, which I hope to get more of. But I'm not sure that's going to happen. Then we have the other uncommons. More equipment. Oh, I like this one. Meh. Yeah, I like this one. For 2, you get to tap 1 ready target ghoul. When you play weapon, ready this item. I mean, it's fine on its own. You're like 3 ghouls get to attack twice. It's very thematic, and I remember playing Death Knight and then tapping my ghouls and dealing damage to stuff, and it goes very well with the whole Death Knight thing of making 3 3s and untapping them. It wasn't the most effective strategy, but it was definitely like, it felt a lot different than most of the stuff you did in the game, so it was very cool. So these are more uncommons that we've seen. Frosty Bandage. Sure. Oh, Jaina. Not sure if I got her last time, but this Jaina is pretty bonkers. Frost resistance. Each opponent has to pay 1 more to play cards that share a card type with a card in their graveyard, right? And then you pay 1 less to play a card that shares a card type with your graveyard to a minimum of a 1. So you're like, instant abilities can cost 1. Like, I mean, if they cost 2, they'll cost 1. 3, they'll cost 2, and so on.
I believe I played her in some kind of combo deck. She's just overall like great. High defense, good stats. She's got that frost resistance. So if your opponent randomly has like a frost damage creature, that's not happening. More uncommons. Storm Tip. Why? Why is it always freaking weapons? When you play a card, you add a surge counter, remove surge counters to 1 flash damage. Your hero, man. Who cares? Like, seriously? At least a lot of classics can play it, but it's just so, man. It's like such a not exciting card. For rare. Common land. Oh, there's no common. Not sure it's even worth separating them at this point, but why not? Again. Cards you control with men have an additional man. Cards you control with assault have an additional assault. That so feels like an uncommon. I'm so salty getting that. Well, then again, the box was not super expensive. Still, I can imagine people paying like full value for these packs. They must have been so disappointed. And I'm just like slightly disappointed. Here's an uncommon, more uncommons. Another hero. So what does this guy do? For 7, 7. Put 3 damage on him. Destroy a quest or location you control. Target player destroys a card of that type he controls. What? What? Who cares? What is... Yuck. That's terrible. Destroy a quest or location you control? Why? That just seems overcosted, and it's a drawback. Like, ugh. No. Just really, no. It's inexplicably not rare worthy. It's like, hey, this drawing's interesting. It's like a guy blasting a bug. Cold-hearted. I'm not very inspired by this set. It just doesn't seem very fun. Oh, here's a non-equipment. An actual ability, and I remember playing this. It was good. 2 damage to each opposing hero and ally for 3. A little pyroclasm, kind of. And then on your turn, you could discard a weapon and put it back in your hand. So you can kind of like pyroclasm their stuff, gives you a reason to actually play weapons. The game needed more cards like these. These cards were fun. And you'll notice the title says Fan of Knives. Yeah. Definitely a fan of knives. Here's more. Okay, uncommons. That little resource card. Ugh. The star deals midday damage. You go to the other. What? Oh, yeah. That's a nice little punishment card. At the start of your turn, each hero deals melee damage to itself equal to the number of cards in its controller's hand. But, you know, if you have armors, you can kind of like take advantage of that. So every class can play it because it's a trinket. That's kind of a cool feature. Man, lack of epics and lack of loot is gonna make me super salty. Here we go. More uncommons. Fit of Rage. Destroy an equipment you control. Your hero deals melee damage to target hero equipped with the to that equipment's cost. Why? Like, seriously, why? I guess so, right? When your equipment starts becoming useless, you can start salvaging it. But I mean, that's freaking Warcraft. It's not Commander. It's not Magic Commander. You don't have time to do that stuff. Especially, like, you don't feel like dropping equipment and then sacking it to burn someone. I don't know. A Hero's Burden. Yeah. I think that was decent. Reveal the top 4 cards. Put a revealed ally of the class in your hand and the rest at the bottom for the card that you name. So you have to hit an ally, but you check an extra card for 1. Yeah. It's an okay quest. Man, double paint bomb. We've been paint bombed. And it feels horrible. Oh, look, it's another rare weapon. How exciting. Reveal 5 cards. In the graveyard, remove. Okay. So you have to mill yourself to do some mass board wiping. Death rattle heals 1 damage to each pool. Yeah, you know what? It works well with the whole, like, does it work well with Fit of Rage? Yeah, you can combo it with Fit of Rage, which makes sense. I like it a little more now. I like both cards a little more now. A little bit. What are we opening here? There's like 3 packs left, eh? Hard to believe. This has been such a fun opening of a box. Frost Surge. X damage to target hero ally. That's one of the better ones, actually. You burn for the cost of an ally. That's probably, I think, the better of the hybrid cards. Here's another hero. Shawl of Haunted Memories. Destroy this armor, destroy target ability, allied equipment that shares a name with a card in its controller's graveyard. Target opponent puts the top 3 cards if it death rattles. Yeah, you could start chaining shawls, I guess. Ugh. There's no, like, epic creature or something that feels just, like, really sweet. Seems to be lacking something set. You can get super excited about. Oh! Look! It's the woolly white rhino! I guess a couple of people got some recently from us. I guess there's a thing to do with it. I don't really pay attention to any of the recent deck lists, considering the game doesn't really exactly exist that much anymore. But yeah, I really wish this was a loop. It's still worth a pretty penny. Pay 1 less to complete quest. When you place a resource face up, your hero can be protected against, or the next time your hero would deal damage to anything convertible. Seems cool against turtling armor strategies, I guess. And also, you know, it's good in any aggressive deck. Here's the last pack. It feels like a foil, but it's... Okay. Scourge hero required. This ally has Assault X, where X is the highest cost among Scourge allies you control. You know what? It's still fine. Totally fine. He just gets better with anything. He's a freaking... Pretty awesome. Freaking depressed from the other cards. Thank you, box. we do a brief overview. We have like cool in the rares. It's probably like not many cards. I guess this combination's kind of cool. Fan of knives. Definitely not this guy. Yeah, always welcome. This guy's cool. Sure, I'll give that one a try. Definitely this guy. Close to half the rares. We're close. Like a bunch of creatures, they feel mythic, epic. There's a couple of epics in this pile. What about the bad pile? Is there any epics? Any sad epics? Nope. So it's 2 epics and 2 very sad loots, but I guess. Okay. So take care, and I'll hopefully do a better one next time.